Hello, good day. This is Sir Jimmy Orhel, and our topic for this day is about estimate the square root of a whole number to the nearest hundreds. So last meeting we have discussed already how to find the square root of a number which is a perfect square. So let's have a recap first. What is the square root of a number? The square root of n, where n is a non-negative number, is true if and only if x squared is equal to n. Example, square root of 16 is equal to positive negative 4. Since 4 squared and negative 4 squared, or the square of negative 4, are both equal to 16. Thus we have two possible answers, positive and negative 4. Since if we square each factor, the result is the same, positive 16. So, what is a perfect square number? Are numbers which have two the same factors. For example, 4 is equal to 2 times 2. So the factors of 4 are 4 times 1 and 2 times 2. So, two sets of factors. And naaman si jay factor or set of factors nga the same numbers, such as this example that we have, which is 2 times 2, and that is to be considered as the perfect square number, which is 4. Okay, so the factors of 4 are 2 times 2, and 9, its factors are 3 and 3, so 3 times 3 is equal to 9, or we also have 1 times 9. Again, 1 times 9 or 3 times 3. So since we have the same factors, the factors of 9, which are 3 times 3, then 9 is to be considered as a perfect square. Alright, how to find the approximate square root of a number? So we use the formula square root of n is equal to a squared plus n all over 2a, where n is the given number and a is the square root of the perfect square closer to the number. Again, n is the given number and a is the square root of the perfect square closer to the number. Example. Let's try. Square root of n is square root of 8. Is 8 a perfect square? No. So step 1, find the closer perfect square number from the left and right of the given number. In this case, we have n is equal to 8. So ang n mauna ang given number. Ang a, balik ta sa formula, ang a is ang closest perfect square number of n. Ang atong n dire is 8. So may pinakaduol nga perfect square number sa 8 from both sides. We have 4 and 9. Thus, n is equal to 8. And here is the number line atong i-locate. Isida. Okay. So the closest perfect square numbers of n from both sides, from the left and to the right, are 4 and 9. Tanaw sa screen. So atong tanawon ng 8 na i-arrow nga red, and atong bansay-bansayon if asa ang pinakaduol sa 8? Is it 4 or 9? Asa man? Okay. Mas layo ang 4. So, pinakaduol nga perfect square number sa 8. Step 2. From these two close numbers, choose which is the closest perfect square number to 8, which is our n. In this case, we have 9. So, n is equal to 8. And ang atong napili nga closest to 8 is 9. Square root of 9 is equal to 3. Ang pinakaduol nga number sa n, which is 8, or the square root of 8, is 9 in this example. And we have to get the square root of 9. So, square root of 9 is equal to 3. Alright? Step 3. Substitute the value of n and a, where n is equal to 8 and a is equal to 3. So, this diin ta og 8 given kadtong square root of 8 and a kadtong closest number or perfect square number closest to n or closest to 8, which is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. Alright, so here's the formula para di makalimot. Substitute square root of n is equal to 8 is equal to substitute a by 3 plus n, which is 8, all over 2a, which is 3. Okay, so thus we have square root of n is equal to 3 squared plus 8 all over 2 times 3. Okay, next, step 4, apply and follow the previous steps stated. So we have again the formula, and we have substituted already the given values of n and a on the formula. And simplify. Square root of 8 is equal to 3 squared is equal to 9 plus 8 all over 2 times 3 is 6. So, ang 9 maunang 3 times 3. Di sa matag 3 times 3. Ngadto sa first line of the equation, which is 3 squared. So, that means 2 gali ang naa sa babaw, that is the exponent, kaduhaon ang base. Again, kaduhaon ang base, which is 3. Kaduhaon na to multiply by itself. Alright? So, that is 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Alright. Next, square root of 8 is equal to 9 plus 8 is equal to 17 all over 6. And square root of 8 is equal to 17 over 6. We simplify 17 over 6. Thus, we have the answer of approximately 2.83. Again, approximately 2.83. And take note that if we try to calculate the value of or the square root of 8 on this given, we have a bit difference in our final answer, since ang atong gibuhat diri is manual computation. So, naay gamay nga ligas sa decimals. Well, anyways, duol ra kayo ang answer. And it's stated on the final answer, approximately, which means not the exact answer. So, approximation only. Okay? Therefore, the square root of 8 is approximately 2.83, or square root of 8 is approximately in the symbol 2.8. So, now it's your turn. Refer or answer the activity in your module. Activity week 7, letters A and B. Isuwat sa papel. Kung say bakante nimong papel diha sa balay, yellow pad or intermediate pad. So, bisagasa. And refer to the given answers of each problem to check your answers and solutions. Please answer truthfully, and also please be reminded that the given assessments na naa sa katapusan sa page sa week 7 adto na ansiran sa papel gihapon sumpay ra sa activity. Alright? So, very good. So next, let's move on to the same module, week 7 or module 7, days 3 and 4. Plots irrational numbers up to the square roots on a number line. So since we have already oriented how to get the square root of a number, let us try to plot the values on a number line. In finding the square root of numbers, we use the formula. Okay, mara na, familiar. Where n is a given number and a is the square root of the perfect square closer to the number. Okay, let's try square root of 19, and afterwards we will plot the approximate values of such numbers or number given on the screen. Alright, n is equal to 19, and what do you think is the value of a? What square root number or perfect square number rather closest to 19? We have 16. So the square root of 16 is 4, and the value of a is 4. So atong tanawon sa screen, ang 19 kanang red, ang 16 to the left and to the right. Okay, square root of 19 is equal to 4 squared plus 19 all over 2 over 4. We have simply substitute the given values of n and a. And square root of 19 is equal to 16 plus 19 over 2 times 4 is 8. Again, 4 squared is equal to 4 times 4, and 4 times 4 is equal to 16. And 16 plus 19 is equal to 35 all over 8. And 35 over 8 is approximately 4.38. Okay, so the square root of 16 is square root of 4. Now, arrange the following irrational numbers in ascending order. So note, write the following numbers in decimal and then compare the numbers. So very simple way or simplest way in arranging the numbers or irrational numbers to first write them in decimals. So for example, we have square root of 19 is equal or approximately 4.38. Square root of negative 2/3 is equal to negative 0.67. Negative square root of 8 is approximately negative 2.83. And 6 and 5/8 is equal to 6.63. Now let us arrange first the given irrational numbers from the smallest value to the biggest value. Alright, so this one, negative 2.83, negative 0.67, 4.38, and 6.63. Okay, so notice that on the negative numbers, why is it that 2.83 or negative 2.83 first line than negative 0.67 nga mas dako man ang 2.83 kaysa 0.67 in terms of appearance of the number. So since negative, take note in our elementary math, magkadako ang number, basta negative, magkadako ang number, magkagamay ang value. Okay, kanang negative, mura nag atong naon nga utang. So utangan si dag 2.83 kaysa sa usa negative 0.67. So mas dako bayro nun, mas smallest value ang dagko nga number nga negative kaysa gamay nga number nga negative. Okay, move forward. So negative 2.83 is lesser than negative 0.67, and negative 0.67 is lesser than 4.38, and 4.38 is lesser than 6.63. And on the number line we have the image below. Let us plot the points. Okay, so wa man tay makita diri nga negative 2.83, negative 0.67 based on our number line. Ato lamang approximation nig-plot nato sa points. Okay, firstly we have negative 2.83. Asa man na dapita? Okay, natang 0 sa tunga, negative 1 to the left, to the negative infinite, or in negative infinity, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Asa man sila in between? Is it in between negative 2 and negative 1, or negative 2 and negative 3? Alright, negative 2 and negative 3. So, approximately na sila diha nga location. Okay, that is negative square root of 8. And second, negative 0.67. So, lapas pa man sila sa 0.5, padung or towards negative 1. So, that's the location, negative 2/3 or negative 0.67, and 4.38. Asa man na siya malocate? Between 4 and 5. Okay, very good. So, that's it. Square root of 19 and 6.63. So, 6 and beyond, 6 between 6 and 7. And that's it. That's the example how to plot irrational numbers on the number line. So, take note, ingon ana on pag-plot. So, on your papers, you may draw the number line, injohang kopyahon based on our examples on the screen, and plot. And before you can plot the irrational numbers, firstly, we have to convert them into decimals so we can easily plot them on the number line. Okay, understood. So now it's your turn and answer the activity on your module. Formative test week 7 and 8, and week 8 we'll discuss this afterwards. So refer to the given answers of each problem to check your answers and solution. So na-provided nga answer keys on your module, and the purpose of having that one is to double check or recheck your answers or solutions whether you're on the right track or not. Okay? Dili na pasabot nga di na ka mag-solve kay mauna naman na ang answer. Now, pangitaon gyapon ang solution and you have to recheck it based on the given answer keys. And for the formative test, wala na toy answer key. Okay? It is our way to test if you have learned something on our topic. Alright, so please answer truthfully and thank you.